He was done with being a criminal. In fact, he was in a 12-step program that offered him sobriety that he kept at those weekly meetings and was living soberly for a couple of years when I met him. I came to like him a lot, even with his tattoos. And I think very highly of those in 12-step recovery because, from my point of view, they are heroes in a very riddled and addicted culture. People are addicted to alcohol, drugs, sex, overeating, overspending, gambling, take your pick. Recovering addicts are some of the most refreshing and honest people on the planet. And they have a deep well of compassion for those who suffer as they do because they've been through hell and back, like this fellow. They try to help others who are recovering from addiction. It helps me now and then to think about the tattooed fellow who spent time in prison, who was a fighter, to cure my tendency to judge others by their appearance. Today, we are treated to the pinnacle of Christ's ethical teaching, Luke's version of the Sermon on the Mount. He calls it the Sermon on the Plain. Jesus taught, "Stop judging, and you will not be judged. Stop condemning, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and gifts will be given to you. A good measure, packed together, shaken down and flowing over, will be poured into your lap. For the measure with which you measure will in return be measured out to you." That's a severe challenge to all of us who walk the discipleship with Christ, who walk behind him. It demands a keen self-awareness, what we're thinking, how we're speaking, a willingness to forgive those who harm us, which is probably one of the hardest things to do, because inside of each one of us, there's an innate sense of judgment, of justice, strict justice. You do that to me, I'm going to do that to you. I'll show you. Yet everyone in this church today has sinned. We open up Mass, every Mass, with a penitential rite. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. And some of us have sinned quite grievously. We've sought the mercy of the Lord, especially in the sacrament of reconciliation. So this challenge of Jesus, this teaching of loving our enemies, demands a willingness to accept life on life's terms, to let go of revenge, and to let go of life's hurts, our resentments and grudges. Here's the problem. I once had a coworker who said, "A leopard doesn't change her spots." And what she meant by that was some of our coworkers had bad habits. They were late to work, sloppy on follow-through, wasting time in the workplace, and that couldn't be cured. In the case of the man I described, for example, yes, he got sober from doing drugs and he was not condemned, he was not doing criminal activity, but he became addicted to fighting in the ring, fighting professionally, martial arts, to the neglect of his wife and child, and could not lessen the activity and eventually got divorced. So can a person truly change their character? I wonder. I think of St. Paul.